Well, welcome back, guys. Today we are on another ride, and it's another day, and there is another bike release. Thanks to a helpful tip from one of the subscribers and commenters below, I have found out that many of the 2023 models are now available to look at on Trek's website in Great Britain. Coincidentally, where my cousins are. So, today we're going to be checking out one of the biggest changed bikes of all, one of the most popular talked about bikes of all, and that is the Trek Marlin, and this specifically the Trek Marlin 8 Generation 3. Again, if you haven't seen my previous video, you may want to check that out, explaining the generation system that would be on the Trek Marlin 7 Gen 2 and Gen 3, but this one, we're just going to acknowledge that this is the newest model of the Trek Marlin 8, up and coming. In Great Britain, it looks like it's already available to order. Their website is fully loaded with all the specs and details you want to know, but that's why you're here, and I can tell them to you. The Trek Marlin 8 has been improved geometry from last year. We have confirmed, along with the Marlin 7, they have tweaked it a little bit longer, a little bit more slack. Nothing crazy changed, but this will make it overall a better handling trail bike while still putting you in a comfortable upright seating position for just those urban adventures. They have, as well with the Trek Marlin 8, added a 2.4-inch wide tire on there, and that, as you may guess, is their own Bontrager tire. It is now stocking those XT3s, so those are going to be pretty cool. Obviously, with the supply chain, it might be a little bit different. You know, they also list a Maxxis Ardent here. They are tubeless ready, 60 TPI tires, so they're a good quality, but they're not the fanciest quality around. They're honestly a fast tire. I've used a pair of the 120 TPI ones, and they roll super fast. So the 60s will roll a little slow. They have a little heavier feel to them, but they're tubeless ready, along with the Covey double-walled tubeless ready rims. This is similar to last year, but it's nice that everything now comes fully ready tubeless. Obviously, they come with tubes in them, so you would still need valves, but you're almost there. Attached to those wheels is their new through skew in the rear end. I explained this a little bit more in the Marlin 7 video, but essentially they've just gone to a hole in the frame which fits a standard size quick release axle with a nut and bolt on the end, essentially, which is accessed with an Allen key, or they have one of the Bontrager switch through axle tools, which also mounts in there just like the higher end bikes, so you're able to easily remove that when you want for security, and or keep a clean looking bike and have no tools on it, or it magnets into the back wheel for quick and easy removal. Honestly, it will look nice and will add a little bit more performance to it. On the front end, they have a RockShox Judy Silver Solo Air Spring with the rebound adjustment, which is nice. Has that lockout on it, so if you want a little bit more efficiency out of it, you're going to be able to get that. And it's still a standard 100 mils of travel on everything above extra small. Otherwise, it goes down to 80 mil travel on the extra small model. Obviously, for everybody adventuring, this is going to be more than enough. You're going to be able to do anything you want with that. You come to a downhill park, you may be limited a little bit. You might be on the brakes a little bit, slowing yourself instead of hitting the 60-foot crabapple jumps at Whistler. If you do hit them on a Marlin, send me the video. I'd love to see it. The Marlin 8 has been a really interesting bike. You're really now starting to make it a mountain bike, and with that, they add a few more mountain bike features. This, same as last year, comes with a 12-speed drivetrain. This one is the SRAM SX setup, so that's that Eagle 12-speed. Has a 30-tooth on the front end and a huge range on the back end. Has a full matching part spec, which I like. No mismatched cranks or anything. So it all just kind of looks clean and simple, which is nice. As well, most importantly for mountain biking, they have included, that's right, included not only drop-a-post routing, but in this newest model, they actually come with a drop-a-post. So this is a Trans X model. They have been improving over the years. They are getting better, faster responding, longer life out of them. our original models we found died off pretty quickly, and they had a bit too much play for most people, but they're actually improving. It is a 31.6 seat tube diameter, so fairly thick, fairly sturdy. And these ones come in a few different lengths depending on the sizes. Extra small to small, you'll get about 100 mil travel. Medium, you'll get 130 mil, and medium large all the way up, you get 150 mils of travel. So these are some decent sized posts coming with this bike. This is actually something they're thinking of. They're not just slapping on the cheap 130 mil and going good. They're making sure you will have a good looking bike while on the trail, and you'll be able to get that seat clean and out of the way. Most interestingly enough as well, I've noticed again placing a bit shorter of a stem this year. So on the medium and medium large and large, they only come with a 50 mil stem. So that's getting pretty short. That's a true mountain bike kind of setup. It's going to make it handle so much better for trails, and although you may not realize it, it makes a big difference. Really puts your weight where you need it. Instead of this upright, stretched out, comfy feeling, you get on top of that front wheel, so you can really hammer corners and get a lot more control out of it. Brake wise, they have got an MT200. That seems like the classic way to go. You can't really go too wrong with that. It is a solid hydraulic disc brake. It's not too fancy, it's not too over the top, and it will stop you. And you can upgrade them if you really want. They definitely have limitations. They're a definitely slower biting kind of brake, but I'm comparing it to something like this Fuley X8, where I'm used to a rapid bite force to it, very quick and lots of power. These ones work just fine, no problem, same as on my Marlin 6. Weight of this bike is 31.51 pounds, so that's not too bad. If you take out tubes, you're probably getting close to 30 pounds. I'm pretty impressed with that. Color wise, they have got two. Now this may change obviously depending on the region. They don't always release all the colors, and especially with the supply chain, again and again with the supply chain, you just never know what's actually shipping to who. So one is a crimson red, which looks really good. I think it's very sharp looking, bit less bright than the Viper red they used to have, but has a nice touch of darkness to it. And then the other one, most interesting one, is the matte Dynasty black, but this one they show pairing with brown wheels in every single picture. I hope it's true. I think it looks really good. It fits it very well, and more people are into the brown wheels again, with a teeny little accenting color on the chain and the seat post clamp. Now this is minor details, but that's a lot of work extra for Trek to do for what is an entry-level bike for them. This really shows Trek's taking the time and care to build this bike and make sure it's a quality product. Although it's just a couple little colors, it shows they're thinking as much about this bike as they are some of the higher end $10,000 options. And with the part spec and everything included with this bike, I really do think that this would be an excellent trail bike. Now, if you're looking for something a little more lightweight and faster on the ground, maybe look towards an Excalibur or Pro Caliber. You're trying to race. But if you're trying to get into something faster, rowdier, more travel, I definitely aim to be somewhere in the Roscoe line. Keep an eye out for more videos. The Marlin 8 is going to be seriously an impressive bike and looks really cool. Thanks for riding with me. Good luck.